Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a team from the American, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Tulsa's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out. The impact players, their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Booker. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stopped him just a bit short. Let's talk for just a second here about Tulsa. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offense, And if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
So Florida Atlantic's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
From the gun, give on the inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. Three-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Owls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Owls! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Alford. Got his man out of the backfield. Quick step and go. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Pocket breaking down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. Back to pass. Here's the heat. He'll throw it. Caught near the sideline, it's Ballard. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in, it's Booker. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Smith. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Alford. A strike downfield. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard from these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on the slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Back to pass on second down. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the wideout. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
The short hands, it's Ballard. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Motion from the wideout. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Henry. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Smith. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, going to the air. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They're setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Defense looks like they're coming. Scanning the field, it's Alford. Snagged out of the air. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Booker. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. Stops the clock and has them on the move, trying to get the late score. Tulsa now has it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Just keep slinging it. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Fires left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the defense came into this game with a great game plan, and today they have been challenged, and they have answered that challenge. That was phenomenal coverage, reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the ball. You cannot do it any better than that.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. It's caught downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Right down the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Tulsa trying to power ahead on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he's lined up perfectly. He'll need to kick it right down the boulevard for the win. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they've taken the lead. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next.